Over the last 24 hours, we have seen a tremendous pump, not just in the overall markets, but specifically in the volt volume from listing on Huobi. The overall market got a sudden upsurge, and now we saw a 26K BTC, which is now taking a little breather, and ETH climbing towards 1800. This is Huobi'S back, and we're about to get into what exactly is going on. Now, before we begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, and also the notification bell for me, please and thank you. All right, guys, so Huobi officially listed us yesterday, and right off the bat, I had an urge. I was like, should I make a video on Huobi yesterday? And something told me, no, just hang tight, give it till tomorrow. Let's see what happens overall. The markets look kind of quiet altogether too. You know, I like to have excitement when I record. Sure enough, I wake up today and I checked Huobi. Now, mind you, at the time yesterday, Huobi already was doing a good $2 million+ in overall trading volume. Now, as we go on here, we're going to see that we are at 19.3 million at the time of this recording. And actually, just a little bit earlier, we were at a $20 million 24-hour volume. Now, coming over, looking into where the volume exactly is coming from. As of right now, Huobi is sitting up right under Poloniex at $6 million in trading volume after only a day ago of going live, while Poloniex is sitting at 6.8 million and 3 million into Gate.io. And that's not all, folks, because I woke up today with another banger on my screen, and I'm about to share it with you guys. Voltoshi tweeted this out. Sometimes 6 to 9 characters are enough to volt it. The first thing that came to my mind was, you know, it could be anything, right? It could be a utility. We don't know. My brain immediately jumped to exchange. That's just what happened with me. And I was like, okay, hang on now. I had to count it on my fingers. Now I'm like, what are the different exchanges, the top tier exchanges? And there was one that I counted that either way you put it, it could just be 6 characters, or if you include the full title of it, it would be exactly 9 characters long. Now, this is just speculation, as I said in this tweet up here. It's a humongous teaser, and the guess alone almost threw me off of my seats. Let's have a guess of what that could be. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know yet. We really don't. Now I'm just giving a guess. I literally was counting each letter on my finger, saying, no, that's not it. That's too little. No, that's 7 letters. Why would he say 9? Oh, this could either be 6 or 9 characters. Hang on now. So let's stick around and see what's in store. Now, guys, I want to inform those that, because I've seen a couple of people saying, well, how come the DEX tools chart hasn't been pumping like that despite all the volume coming in from Huobi? Well, guys, I want to explain to you what's so good about the massive volume we're seeing in Huobi. Let's go into CMC and observe. $18.6 million of our volume comes from the centralized exchanges, while $800,000 have been coming from the DEX. And keep in mind, just a couple days ago, the DEX volume was averaging around $200,000. So that's already a 3 to 4x increase that we've seen in the volume. Now, I'm an ETH investor, but there were a lot of buys coming in for BNB and coming in like wildfire, guys. I'm talking buys coming in between the $500 to $1,000. Now, of course, the Jeets got no common sense. They don't really understand the assets that they're trading, and they don't understand how this all works in the grand scheme of things. And they're gonna miss out, and we're gonna laugh at them from the sidelines because payback is a dog. I had to say that one. Now, looking over here at the Polygon chain, as you can see, Polygon is climbing up very, very nicely from the initial launch. And as a matter of fact, it dipped with us and now is actually in the lead, almost in the lead, trailing just behind ETH. Now, obviously, it's not a competition, but all 3 chains in Volt are successfully performing as they should. The reason why, and this is a big reason, is because these top tier exchanges, they care about volume. They want to see how much money can flow through an asset that they choose to list, because that's going to help them out. With Huobi only being around for literally 1 day, they have already caught themselves up to Poloniex, where, for those that don't know, Poloniex is the ones that referred us to Huobi to get listed for free. Now, coming over here to CoinGecko, we can see a list of the top of the top tier exchanges. And as you can see, guys, this list always tends to fluctuate. The rankings change every day because it's based off of the 24-hour volume. So as you can see here, guys, Huobi is at number 11 today. At the time of the listing, it was actually number 6, sitting 2 ranks above Crow. Now, while Crow is sitting 2 ranks above Gemini. So keep that in mind, guys, that if we're producing this type of volume up here, and this to me is still a top 10, this and Crow, because just a few days ago, this was like number 6 and number 7. Do you not think that these eyes up here are watching? Where do you think they get their assets from? It's not from out of the blue. It's a ranking system to how this works. You got to go through one gate to get to the next gate, to get to the next gate, to get to the next gate. When you see a project like Vault, considered a meme token, right, on CMC, it's been up the whole time, despite the last couple of days of turbulence with the issues with the banks and all of that stuff. We were still holding strong, barely even breaking that $100 million support level. Now, with this new listing, just only a day in, we are averaging between that $19 to $20 million range in 24-hour volume. This is what the top tier exchanges want to see. They don't care about what's happening on the DEX tools as much as we do. They care more about this. And that is important because once they catch more wind of what's happening here, which I'm sure they already have, and they're already probably plotting something behind the scenes that they're probably not telling us about. But once they catch wind and realize they need to go get on board and start buying up some Volt for their own, that is when we're going to start seeing the glorious pumps that we've been waiting on. And not only that, guys, but even as looking at ETH's price, ETH rising alone is still enough to rise Volt because we're wrapped with that. So there are various ways of how this price could pump. And we didn't even talk about the burns, okay? We have no clue how much has been burnt of Vault just yesterday alone. And remember, guys, we are burning all throughout the month. However burns we end up as, like last week on Friday, whatever the number of burns we had, Voltoshi matched that. So I believe the number that he matched to burn was 73K, resulting in a total of $150,000 burned off of the circulating supply. What do you think that burn number is going to be after a week of being on Huobi? And that's not to say, because it's only Tuesday, if they drop more bombs on top of our heads by then. Not to mention the DeFi card as well. How many individuals are going to need that, especially after the fiasco with the banks? Now they really want to make sure that they got a good grip on their money and they can operate it in a decentralized manner. And this is where this vaulted DeFi card is going to come into play. And when the people start buying that up, because remember, you need 200 million tokens to qualify to have that card. When you see those waves of whales coming in, I highly doubt they're just coming in only to buy 200 million. Some might, but the smart ones will see beyond just the card and they're going to load up. So there's a lot of things brewing at once, guys. We have to keep it moving, keep it solid. We are holding incredible. Look at the 12-hour chart, and this is from February 1st. This is from the very first upside that we've seen, breaking out of that long consolidation phase that we've had over the last couple of months in Vault. And since then, throughout all the things that we've seen happen throughout this last month and a half, as you can see, we are still sitting sky high from where we were literally on February 1st and never even got close to those type of support levels. We never even added the 0. So giving you guys some perspective, let's see what else happens throughout this week, because I really can't predict much because everything is just changing every single day. And it's a good thing because, man, the markets have been boring. So it's great to start seeing this excitement cranking back up. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz. So like always, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.